Hi, my name is Caitlin Martinez, and my 5 strengths are context, learner, relator, includer, and responsibility. When finding these out, I was a little surprised for the first 2, context and learner, but the rest of the 3, relator, includer, and responsibility, I felt pretty good about. When contacting my mom, my brother, and my boyfriend, they kind of felt the same way, except my mom. My mom thought all these strengths were seen in me. Like, as a child with context, I always, would step back and, not do something because I know the previous time I would get in trouble. Or includer, with my team, she told me that I would always, include the outcast because I never wanted to have someone feel alone. And then she said for responsibility, she said I'm always committed to everything I do. I can see that myself because if 2 things, conflict with each other, I always try to find a way to go to both, either for a minimum time or try to make it up to the person later on. My boyfriend told me that all of them kind of stood out to him. He said with context, I knew how to handle my concussions or other injuries and how what steps I need to do to go and recover faster. And for learner, he told me, which I never really thought about, was that I tend to take harder classes just to challenge myself and to learn more things when I don't really need to, especially with my bigger schedule I already have, which that stood out to me because I do love to learn. I love to do new processes and how things came to be, which finally stood out to me once he and my brother both said that. My brother said it comes out every now and then, so he can see why it's one of my top 5. For a relator, my brother told me that I always had a close knit of friends, and then I've always tried to just go out and meet people, and I really just want to deepen my relationships with them always. And then for responsibility, my brother and my boyfriend both know I have my planner, which I write everything in, all my due dates and all my deadlines. When talking to all 3 of them, they really just told me all the 3 that really stood out to them and me were includer and responsibility, which is only 2, but I see that mostly too, and I can see relator a lot because I do have a close knit of friends and I love deepening relationships, like I said before. And after telling them my strengths, I kind of asked them well, what other strengths do you see in me, besides those 5? How would you describe me to someone? And my mom told me, said I'm protective. I stand up for what I believe in. I stand up against people who are having a rough time. I'm very forgiveful, caring, and I'm very independent, which I can see. My boyfriend said I'm very diplomatic and determined, and he said confident, but I'm not really sure how to take that one. But, I think he meant confident as stubborn, because him and my brother said the same thing. And then my brother told me I'm intense at times, but very hardworking and very thoughtful in what I do.